Hey YouTube, YuGiRox97 coming at you with a Frogology on how to side against the meta after Tachyon Galaxy. The meta after Tachyon Galaxy, I'm pretty sure, is going to be Elemental Dragons, Prophecy, some Mermail here and there. You'll see some decks like, obviously, still Dark Road and other decks that like troll a lot. And maybe some Mecha Phantom Beast, though I highly doubt it. They just can't keep up with the speed from Elemental Dragons and Prophecy. I mean, not like much can, but I mean, at least there are cards to like Shockmaster. You can make easy Shockmasters, you play that. But so yeah, pretty much the meta I think is going to be E-Dragons and Prophecy is the main thing I'm going to be talking about. So Frog Monarchs should be main decking 2 Max C and 2 Veiler in my opinion. So if you're not playing these main deck, I suggest you do. This video is on how to side though, but I'm telling you what not to side out. Against Prophecy, you side out the Max C's because it doesn't really help like at all, and you keep the Veilers in. Against like E-Dragons, if you have a 3rd Max C, I'd run it. I'd still keep 2 Veilers just so Frog Monarchs keep their consistency, but 3 Max C I'd play against E-Dragons. So that pretty much covers like the stuff we main deck. I just want to get that out of the way so I didn't leave it out. Now what sucks with Frog Monarchs, and it's the one thing I've always hated about side decking with them, is they can't play trap cards like this. Say I'm playing against something like Dark Worlds, I can't side Soul Drain because Treeborn can't come out. Now against E-Dragons, I would never side Soul Drain because they're better cards like Imperial Iron Wall. But we can't side that either for the simple fact that Treeborn has to come back. And we can't play cards like Fossil Dyna. Again, I wouldn't side this in against E-Dragons because they can just summon one of their little guys or blaster the piss out of them. So again, another good card that we can't run and is, you know, technically bad against them. So we can't play either of those. Which really does suck. But what I would side against both of these matchups is I am going to be siding this card. Obelisk the Tormentor. I actually main one, but I'd be siding these as well because, well, against Prophecy, if you play Obelisk and like set an MST, you pretty much got it because the only way they can really get over this is Priestess, Power, and have a whole bunch of counters on Star Hall. So if you have a set MST, you're pretty much good here. And they still have a hard time getting around Obelisk, even though it's possible. E-Dragons, it is almost impossible to get rid of Obelisk. The way I see them playing the build, they have one out, and it's Dark Hole. So, I mean, if they keep playing it like that, which I'm pretty sure they will because the build's doing so well, they have Dark Hole to get rid of this. And, I mean, I guess some builds are playing Torrential, but not the ones I've seen. So, I would be siding Dark Holes. Yeah, let's side more Dark Hole, guys. I'm good. I'd be siding Obelisk just because it's so good against them. And it's decent against Prophecy, and it's good against Mermail. It's pretty much good against everything. And, that's why I'd be siding Obelisk. So if you're not siding Obelisk, I highly recommend it. It's really good against all the decks right now. And if you feel like Lad isn't doing good enough, like say you play something like Agents, then again Obelisk is better than Lad. Something like Chaos Dragons, again Obelisk is better. Something like Dark Worlds, I'd like to say Lad is good, and it is most of the time, but if they already have the graph of Lad, it's terrible. So, if you want to side out, if they're a Saki Dark World player, go ahead and side out Lab for Obelisk. But yeah, so I'd be siding Obelisk, and I'd like to say against E-Dragons and Prophecy that this card is good because I like to side it, but I would not side this against either of them. Maybe against E-Dragons, but not against Prophecy. Prophecy search way too much for this card to be good because they can simply fill up their grave for, what's that? Fate. And they just banish the piss out of Vanity's Fiend, and then he's completely worthless. But against E-Dragons, they have, like, again, they have Blaster, which really just poops on this card, and then Dark Hole again. So he's a little better against Elemental Dragons, but if they have the Blaster, he just kind of sucks. But against Prophecy, I wouldn't side this, but go ahead and side against E-Dragons. I mean, it's got to be somewhat good. And then, you know, against Dark World, I would still be playing, like, I hate Dark World, so I mention it in the siding thing, but I'd still be playing Triple Gem Imps. Some of them have sleeves, some don't, because I'm not currently playing this deck, so, yeah. So that's pretty much what I decided against Dark World, and that's pretty much for this video, guys. I just want to show you guys some good cards against like E-Dragons and Prophecy. So yeah, don't forget to thumbs up, comment, subscribe. This was EuroRox97 by YouTube.